What's up, everybody? Brett here. We're back playing some more Kingdom Rush Origins, and we're going to pick up where we left off last time. This is episode 4, I believe. In my free time, I did exactly what I said I would, guys. I went ahead and knocked out the Heroic and Iron Mode challenges. So I didn't want you guys to have to watch me struggle to knock this out on Veteran difficulty. It actually wasn't that hard once I figured it out. So let's go ahead and we can jump into it real quick. Let's do the Heroic mode first. The Heroic mode was the first one that I was able to beat. And what I ended up doing was basically, this is the strat right here. You're going to have enough single target
Elemental Fury
that it's not that difficult to control the larger entities or the more powerful units that try to walk past you. It's in the end, it's going to be the overwhelming numbers that gets you. And having the AoE leveled up, I found to be very helpful. Also, this position makes a very good secondary barracks position, which then allows you to make this into a great archer position. So this is a pretty good start. And then of course you want to level this one up as soon as possible to give it that ranged. And then you really prioritize getting these up to level 2. And then I think I had one of them at level 3 by the time I finished. And then as many of the level 4 archer towers as possible. And I think that's, stick with that, get your timings down right, and make sure you're killing the catapults as soon as they spawn. And I think if you start with this, you'll be able to beat this map yourself. Okay. Now, the one that was significantly harder was actually the Iron Mode challenge, which is odd because, it only gives you 2 tower types to deal with. So you figure, hey, if there's only 2 tower types to deal with, that makes the the math problem that I'm doing here all the easier. But I found that not to be the case. So I kind of came back to it after a while of trying to do it, and I had a whole different view of how to take this map down. I think the first thing I did was this. I leveled this to level 3. And then after that, I just built a ton of the level 4 archer towers and had that work for me. So I don't know exactly. I was kind of in like a super hyper focused fog while I was doing this and able to beat it. I think the most important thing about this is that I started with my hero units in either one of these positions. She's able to snipe them as they walk by. He's going to kill a catapult that spawns almost instantly. And then from that point, you bring him back, let her sit here, another catapult comes in. This one really came down to learning the maps, or learning the map itself and its patterns. And once I was able to do that, I was able to control, the catapults, which is kind of a dangerous variable. And I use this as another kind of fallback position. And, it was almost like blind luck. Holding your lightnings until the last possible moment, as well as the elemental tornado, elemental storms that he has access to, and I was able to beat it. It was a very close thing though, and I didn't feel amazing about it, but I was pretty happy to have beaten it. So we got 2 more stars for our upgrades, and I just went ahead and put it into the Moon-Forged Blades. So soldiers' attacks deal additional magic damage. That's pretty good. So now our barracks units, unlike all the other Kingdom Rush games, our barracks units in this game now have ranged attacks, magic damage, so they can hit the air, they can deal with units that have physical resistance, and they start off with very excellent armor. So they now have the improved armor plus magic damage, and once you get to the level 3, they have a chance to not die whenever they take lethal damage. So they become quite powerful. And it's just a nice cheap upgrade. When we get into the Iron Mode and Heroic challenges of the next few levels, we'll see about kind of altering our upgrades. But for right now, I thought it was a pretty good cost-effective upgrade. So we're going into a brand new area with some very new enemy types. And before we get into that, for me, I don't know about you guys, but look how low I have the settings. Like, I almost can't even lower them anymore without just straight turning them off. But it almost sounds a little bit to me like some of the effects are too loud. Let me know in the comments what you think, if the effects are too loud or not. Alright. Here we go. Rockhenge. War rages on. We attack and retreat, making the invader pay a steep price for each inch of ground we give up. As per your orders, General. We've retreated into the fairy forest. The archdruids of Rockhenge have always been our allies. Nevertheless, we can feel hidden, hostile gazes as we make our way through the magical land. Alright, so like I said, I think this is the map where we get the level 4 archdruids. Heavy load costs 3. Yeah, I don't think we need to mess with this. It'd be nice to pump up those. See how beautiful that the art is for this? And so the elf princess flew to the kingdom of Lineria looking for help. This is basically like the beginning of the first game. So while the elven army fell back into the fairy forest, let's find a safe spot. Look, a shrine. These druid runes will protect the area. Wait a minute. These are not druid runes, they're twilight elves. Yeah, that dude's a big bad. Let's take him down. So we get our new druid tower, the Archdruid Henge. Some people say Arc, some people say Arch. I kind of say both depending on my mood, I guess. So Archdruids have total control over nature, commanding earth, beast, and spirit alike. And you'll see the little guys here. As you upgrade them, you get different things. That's something I don't think I've ever pointed out for the level 4 towers.
Elemental fury.
Once you get the upgrades, it actually augments the way they look. They have a cool little stone hinge here. There's a bunch of stuff in this level. This guy here, I think if you click on him, he eats. You have to click on him a ton? I don't remember. Could have sworn it does something. Okay, maybe not. Dang, I thought there was something here that was like a... Okay, so that's enough of that for right now anyway. There are some secret things about this level. I'm not going to spoil them, but let's go ahead and build...
Like a rolling stone.
The best way we can. So this is our exit. We have 3 entrances.
By the ancient powers. Let's rock and roll.
Hunting season begins.
So what I'm struggling with right now, if you're wondering, is where to place my barracks. This is a great barracks location. Right here. Yeah, it's very good. And this is also another great barracks location for this area. But I want to get some of the magic towers in here as well.
By the light of the moon.
I kind of feel like I want to put a level 4 archer tower here.
Just our aim.
Okay. So we built a bunch of cheaper towers first.
I bend all elements.
To the vanguard.
Elemental fury.
Let's get our boy over here to start doing some of this damage. Let the barracks tank for us. And if they group up with just a little bit more, we'll use our elemental storm. And you'll notice these kind of like strawberry mushroom things just popped up. And they poison, right? So as enemies walk by, okay, they gave me a tip. Venom Vines. The Venom Vine releases toxins that poison and slow down enemies in range. So very similar to the mushrooms in a way that it's a bit of an interactable thing for us to use to slow down our enemies. So we get a new enemy, which is kind of an old enemy if you played any Kingdom Rush games, the spiders. So these are called sword spiders, fierce spiders with blade-like legs as sharp as finely forged swords. High magic resistance, that's important to know, high damage and average speed. So they have magic resistance, so we definitely don't want to use magic to try and counter them. Let's upgrade our back line.
Swords ready.
Yeah, let's not let our hero die.
By By the ancient powers. Shazam! I bend all elements.
Onward!
And I like upgrading these to level 3. Oh, and that one guy sniped him. So we can pop this, and boom, now they're all poisoned, and they'll be taking that damage.
Hunting season begins.
This area right here perhaps was a bit of a mistake to build in, just because it's completely unsupported. And we want to call as early as possible.
Elemental fury.
Drop the storm. And let's level up our Druid Tower to a Boulder Circle. Level 4 of this is very good. It has 2 abilities, which I'm sure we'll get into once I get to that point. One of the ones I like the most is probably it upgrades to get a bear. And I think you can get 2 of them if I remember right. And 2 bears is really strong. Satyr Cutthroat, nimble and vicious creatures that prey on unwary travelers. Fast speed, high damage, and they have a ranged attack. So they're pretty easy to snipe.
Trust our aim.
They only have an under 180 health. We can poison these ones. That's just lightning. We're calling early. And there we go. Love this position for our tower because it's able to hit such a wide number of things. May want to prioritize upgrading this as well. We've got lightning in our back pocket. I think we're going to use it right now. Let's clear this out. Poison those. And here we go. And now they can attack. They have the range. I didn't quite hit what I wanted to hit there. But with our wardens plus the, what are these referred to? I think they're sentinels. Backing them up. That's going to be a pretty strong bastion here. And now we've got a level 3. So it's 375 to get to level 4, which is quite a bit. The damage is the same. It doesn't go up. That's interesting. But the attack speed increases a lot from very slow to average. So that's huge. And now we get a new enemy, the Satyr Hoplite. Formidable warriors that delight in close combat while calling their allies into battle. High damage, medium armor, summon allies. So they're going to summon these satyrs if we let them live. Let's try and get a wild magus here. Magus. Now let's poison. And that'll really jump our DPS up in this area. Poison. Anytime you get a chance to poison the hoplite, I would recommend doing that. But you see here, look, they're using these yellow crystals as a kind of a secret path. And there's some here and there's some here. So that's why I was debating whether or not I should put a barracks unit here. Because I knew that at some point they would eventually run past. So what they're going to do is they're going to spawn here and they're going to run past down to here. They don't all do it. But there we go, we poisoned one of those. And that's why this is a great position for Eridan. Is it Eridan or Aravan? I forget. Aravan. This is a great position for him because he's going to be able to hit the ones that come through this area, as well as the ones who come through here. He'll have them to target. Try and get the Archdruid hinge. Okay, we poison them. There we go. So now we have unlocked its 2 abilities. This is not good. We need our lightning. There we go. So let's get our bear. That's our first bear. And the bears are strong. 250. Its name is Yogi. I've never actually looked at their names before. 250 HP. We need the second one. So poison is down. So there we go. Now we've got 2 bears here to help us block this area. And I think we're safe. Let's also level this up quickly. So the bears, 250 HP, 20 to 40 damage, and low armor. And they respawn every 20 seconds. So that's not too bad. We definitely need to use our mushroom here. And what we can do is we can bring them back to this position so that they'll catch any of the units that come through here. As they make their way forward, we'll catch them in the mushroom. Boom. And there we go. So the other ability is Sylvan Curse. Curses an enemy, causing 35% of all damage dealt to it to also affect other enemies. I like to get that at level 1. I never really used it too much past that, to be honest. I can definitely see it being good, but it probably has a bit of a high cooldown. So Web Spitter Spider. Monstrous spiders capable of trapping their victims in spiderweb cocoons. High magic resistance and can web soldiers. So you'll notice we're not building any magic towers on this part of the map. These are all physical damage towers. Let's go ahead and use the mushroom. And use that as well. So we'll try and watch for when one of the units get marked. There we go. There we go. And since they have armor and not magic resistance, we'll build some magic towers down there and hold them back in that way. We'll probably upgrade both of these guys to rangers, is what they are. Okay, so they get through. They barely got through. Need to back our bears up just a little bit. Yeah, let's get some upgrades on that. And that is a lot of satyrs and twilight harassers. Yeah, pardon me if I'm not talking too much. I'm in super focus mode. See the danger of these units up here. Could have sworn this guy did something else. Oh well. You know what, that's not what we want. Let's get another archer, another barracks here to hold them in this position. We're almost done. We're at wave 13 and we're calling early like crazy. This position is holding nicely. Get some more AoE on our arcane archers, giving them that explosive magical damage, but also the ability to sleep units. That could come in handy. So these web spitter spiders have 700 HP and high magic resistance, so they're pretty tanky. And we should probably try and get the Eldritch Doom if we can. That's a huge poison. Alright, our AoE came through. And now we can get ourselves some bears to stand here. Or stand them at the front of this little entrance to this kind of secret path as well. Alright, let's call early. 350 apiece is no joke. We did level with Aravan. Some poison. Could have waited a second, I guess. But you'll notice, this is, like I said, something I didn't really focus on. But look at the little guys that stand here. They only stand there once you get the upgrades. And look at him now, he just summoned a bear. Super cool effect. So something that makes this much more powerful than it was before, you'll see it kind of stores 3 shots. And it uses them as soon as it gets them. So for doing the same speed, it attacks many several times faster. And you'll see it through all 3 of those stones at once. That's a ton of damage. Did it not summon 2 bears? Where's my second bear? Must have died. And that is a juicy lightning target if I've ever seen him. There he is. This is also a great place to put a Blade Singer. There are no ranged units here. They pretty much would have been good here since the beginning, for sure. Eldritch Doom would have been great for more AoE if we needed it. But I think we're just going to knock this out first try. Awesome. So that's a big 3 stars for us. And we're going to unlock the next level. And we also unlocked another hero. So let's see which one that is. And maybe we'll take it into the next battle. Oh, we unlocked 2 of them. Okay. Prince Denas is one of my favorite ones. Mostly because he's overpowered, I think. If I remember correctly. And then Regsun is fun to use. He kind of reminds me of a lot of... If you read fantasy, they're always like these dark elf, white-haired, you know, BA guys. He's kind of like that. Let's take a look at his abilities. So Regsun, we can compare his HP. He's level 5, so he doesn't come super weak. He's got good HP, but he has no armor. And that's kind of like the trade-off here. He attacks quickly. 9 to 13 damage, so Eldritch Heal. Whenever an enemy is defeated nearby, he is healed for 5% of the enemy's total life. That's huge. Eldritch Blade burns with Eldritch Fire, dealing 30 damage on every attack with a chance of slaying for 5 seconds. That sounds good. Special maneuver that makes 3 attacks for 20 to 60 damage on up to 3 enemies. So that's a little bit of AoE for him to slash. Increases his health by 40. That's huge because he needs... So if you're going to take the heal, I think you pretty much have to take the way. Really jack up your HP, that way you can get maximum heals and stay alive. And then his special is called Vindicator. Slays any single target with a cooldown of 100 seconds. Let's see if that cooldown lessens. So 70, 50... Yeah, you can get it down to 50 seconds. That's not nothing. There are definitely... excuse me. There are definitely times when that would be good, reset. Let me try something like this. Maybe something like that. That could be fun. And then let's look at Prince Denas. So, much less HP now, but he has medium armor. And if you look at his attacks, he attacks average speed, but he does way more damage. So, Much more of a tank-style hero. Prince Denas eats a power snack, healing himself for 80 health. He's always eating. If you know him from the first 2 games, he's always like riding around on a palanquin, throwing pieces of meat into his mouth. Hilarious. Okay. Celebrity. Prince Denas' stunning appearance awes up to 3 enemies for up to 3 seconds. So it's like he poses and you hear a bunch of like snapshots going off, and he stuns. So it's a cool stun. And it gets pretty damn strong as you level it. Mighty, a devastating attack that deals 70 to 134 true damage. That's pretty strong as well. Throws his shield, striking up to 3 times for 20 to 36 damage per hit. That gives him a bit of AoE. I also think this hits air, if I remember correctly. Calls 3 members of the King's Guard to aid him in battling the hordes of evil. So sworn defenders. This is what makes him kind of broken. His sworn defenders is ridiculously powerful. And you'll see it's pretty expensive to level as well. Yeah, once you can call 5 of them, they're like paladins. They're super powerful. And you basically won't leak. Wherever you drop these dudes, you just won't leak for a long time. I kind of want to use him. I haven't used him in a long time. And as he levels, he's going to be one of our strongest heroes that we have access to. So we unlock the next level, Grimmsburg. Okay. Alright, I remember this one. It's a fun one. It's got kind of like a Hansel and Gretel theme to it, if I remember right. But how about we try and do the Heroic and Iron Moan challenges. Kind of keep up what we've been doing. So this one, only archers and archdruids. That's okay. Upgrades are limited to level 3, so we're definitely going to want to unlock the Thunderstorm, which gives us a slow every time we use Thunderstorm to every enemy on the map. It's pretty powerful, and then 2 additional strikes of lightning, which sometimes is redundant, but not always. And since there's no air on this, I feel confident in bringing Prince Denas. Alright, let's try it. And
I'm the one-man army!
He's pretty cool looking as well. So in the first 2 games, he's pretty much just a fat king who throws like trinkets at people. And he's really not that good. But in this one, he is just buff.
Like a rolling stone.
So I think this was a pretty good strat. We have satyrs. I think we have to expect them to try and run past us.
Let's rock
Trust our
and
aim.
roll.
And our evil in. Swift and steady.
Try something like this, maybe. We have spiders down here as well. This spot is just a little bit too awkward. You know what, let's restart real quick. Try something like this.
Trust our aim. Swift and steady.
I like upgrading this to level 4 just because if they run past, we have our strongest tower in the back. And then anything that leaks in any direction is going to have to run past that as well.
Blaze of glory!
Season begins.
And maybe we can just rush another level 2 or level 4 archer tower instead of trying to rush the level 2 one there. So check this out.
The prince!
200 HP, 4 to 12 damage, and then medium armor. They're so strong, and then back them up with some units like this. And when it's finally leveled all the way, he'll have 5 of these guys. And I don't even know if they despawn. I think when you summon the new one, they might despawn, or they last exactly as long as this takes to go off cooldown. Yeah, there you go.
And our evil in.
Could poison him and tie him down. You probably just want to nuke him, to be honest. Not even let him spawn anything.
Like a rolling
So now we get a level 2 boulder circle.
Reinforce!
And we can summon these dudes whenever we need them in just a moment. We're going to try and catch the next ones here with the shrooms. There we go. That's too easy.
Our aim.
Swords ready!
Yeah, that mushroom really didn't do a ton of damage to him. You see there, he poses and gets the stun off. We've almost got our lightning, which we'll use probably to nuke down this satyr. That's why we didn't bother using the mushroom. Alright. I think we prioritize getting this to level 4. Let's keep him back.
I'm the one-man army.
Man, I could have sworn that you could do something on this map, but I guess not.
Swords ready.
We're going to want to definitely catch the next group here. King Denas needs to back up so we can get the poison off. And let our big paladins, the King's Guard, do their work. And we've got lightning. And here we go.
Hunting season begins.
Oh, I clicked on it, but we missed a few. Come on, get him. So close.
I'm the one-man army.
Dang. So I think what I needed to do here is to upgrade this to level 4 and then try my best to get the talent that forces them to share damage. So let's try that again. We didn't have enough AoE.
Our aim.
Also, probably could prioritize getting... I'm thinking we could also prioritize getting the burst arrows here. That probably also would have been great.
Incoming.
I don't know if we need the king here, or the prince. Should be enough to hold the spiders. There we go.
Swords ready.
He does a lot of damage too, and he tanks a lot as well. I think we also want to get a stone circle here. Maybe we'll just get a like a level 2.
Let's rock and roll.
And now we can just hold him here. It's nice that he has a heal, but sometimes he's taking more than 80 damage, like a hit, basically. So the heal actually can cost him HP sometimes. So it's good to get that leveled up. Can we kill this guy before he summons more? Just make sure he goes and get that level 3.
Blaze of glory!
Reinforce!
We need a lot.
For the kingdom! Bow before me! For the prince!
Alright, let's hold him here. There's a lot of DPS in this part. Lots of crossfire with our druids. We need this to come online.
hath no heirs.
Please. Dang.
Reinforce.
We could just lightning this down. Did we do it? And I missed that. Oh no. See what I'm talking about him healing? It was basically like not even enough. Come on, bear, save me.
Ready.
For the kingdom.
Can we stop them? It's gonna be close. Man, had I gotten that one over there, it would have been too easy. We have this, is almost done. Whew. Oh man, I almost threw that away by not upgrading that quickly enough. Oh, that was stressful. Okay, we did it. We didn't get a ton of experience because of where we had to kind of hold the prince back. So one more star. And then we could do the heroic mode. Let's just try it. Hopefully you guys don't mind doing the same thing a few different times. Because it is different. So we have 6 waves this time. Alright, just mass Twilight Harassers. Okay. That's just a little scary to me because they have physical resistance.
Let's rock and roll. For the queen.
Something like this.
By the light of the moon. Blaze of glory.
Alright, see what we can do. Not quite enough range on this, unfortunately.
Honor and glory.
They're so cool looking too. Sir Mathis, Sir Joseph, Sir Andreas. Sure, we're calling early for that extra gold. They group up just a little more around here, we'll pop this. There we go, I think that's fine. You know what, now we have to use this. Okay. Keep calling early. Well, it would be cool if I could move them. I really wish they were right there, and they're going to disappear right when I need them the most. And they have super high magic resistance, so this isn't going to work. Come on. No, he wrapped them up. Oh, okay, restart.
Trust our aim.
Quiver and quake.
And our ear for Lynn. Swift and steady.
And then this here.
The vanguard. Onward. Bow before me.
Probably could prioritize getting a bit more of a barracks presence. Also, this is definitely a map that I think that we could really use our ranged units on.
Swords ready.
Much better. This tower is actually able to attack from this position, whereas our mage tower wasn't. Look at all the units we're able to drop with him, though. It's pretty strong.
Swords
Alright, let's hope that's enough. Yeah, I mean, we need more AoE.
Like a rolling stone.
Can't have him die. Nope.
Swords ready.
And our evil in.
Let's rock and roll.
Gotta have enough AoE to cover.
Blaze of
Oh no.
kingdom.
Oh no.
Bow before me.
He ran right past us. God dang it. One more time, guys. If I fail this time, we're gonna try something different. We're gonna go on to our next level.
To the vanguard.
Quiver and quake.
Onward. Swift and steady. For the Queen. By the light of the moon.
I'm the one-man army.
Alright, let's see what we can do.
Swords ready.
Blaze of glory.
Just trying to change it up. I've said it many times before, but these types of maps are just basically puzzles. And you want to try and understand what the game wants you to do. And I think we're failing in not prioritizing the boulder circle.
Reinforce.
That poison on everyone. Seems to do about 100 or so damage.
For the kingdom. Honor and glory.
Let's just nuke him.
Like a rolling stone.
Yeah, let's just try it. Let's get up to as high of a druid tower as we can.
I'm the one-man army.
A little bit more.
Let's rock and roll.
See, he throws his shield. Looks pretty cool. We've almost got our special up.
For the prince.
Alright, that should be able to hold him. Or not.
Swords ready.
So here they go. They're going to try and get by us.
To the vanguard. Onward.
Incoming.
Dang, should have called those early. We probably missed out on some easy gold.
For the kingdom.
Almost got the Archdruid. There we go.
Into the wild. Bow before me.
Sylvan Curse might be what we need to prioritize.
Honor and glory.
I don't know how much the spiders are worth. Probably quite a bit. Wait until they all crossed over, mostly, to nuke that. Oh, let's get some bears. I told you, I love the bears. Even one of them makes a nice roadblock.
One-man army.
And we'll get these here, we'll get these here.
Reinforce.
Hunting season begins.
For the prince.
Swords ready.
I think this may be it, so we just need to survive right now. Get that second bear.
Incoming.
God, this is going to be close. Okay, this one is hexed, but it's not taking any damage, so the other ones aren't taking damage. So, whenever you're in a situation like this, you can sometimes sell the towers that you know aren't going to do anything, and upgrade the ones you know will. Ooh. That was pretty clinchy. I think that last second upgrade did help us. So what are our options now? We can improve all archers' special abilities, that's fine. Or mage attacks have a small chance of dealing triple damage, that's pretty huge. I think we'll take that. And let's move into Grimmsburg. Actually, you know what else we can do? Let's reset all of these. So check it out, this is my favorite upgrade. Reduces reinforcements cooldown by 5 seconds. And then we've been using the Green Wardens, who are pretty strong. But wait till you see how strong these are. These are the Moon Sentinels, or elite elven huntresses riding giant panthers. Their stats are pretty ridiculous, so we're going to want to get all of these level 2s for sure. Want to increase their attack range? Yes, those are very important. So something like this is probably how I would be doing it. And we can bring... I wanted to get him up to level 6. We can bring him into the next one. So Grimmsburg, the fearsome forest keepers will fight on our side, but some of the Fae have joined our enemies, and our troops are nervously wondering what those approaching frumerous sounds are. Frumerous, if you know what that word means, you got a good idea of what we're going to be attacked by. Praise be Aline. One of our elite archer groups of golden longbows has managed to get through the enemy lines and are holding down a position among the enchanted houses of Grimmsburg. General, they need our help now. So we're going to get the golden longbows, who are a pretty sweet unit. And we're going to get the forest keepers. So this is our second level 4 archer tower. Golden longbows are accurate, disciplined archers that deal death from far, far away. So they're our sniper tower. They're our ability to take out, huge targets in one hit. And then we also have the forest keepers. Guardians of the forest, they command the powers of nature to help protect the realm. So, we'll get into them. They're a pretty special unit. They don't always have a home. And, to be honest, level 4 barracks very rarely have a home in some of these maps. But in certain instances, they can be extremely powerful. And we'll see if we can make use of them now. So, the Blade Singers, they can't hit air, right? But the Keepers can. However, the Keepers only have 2 models instead of 3. So they're not as good at blocking up positions, but they are very good at holding the positions with other barracks. So what I like to do is something like this. You'll notice that in some of these fights I've been using my barracks in a bit of a staggered formation like this. A good strat here, and once you see some of their... Oh, there's the pig, there's the wolf. It's the 3 little pigs, guys. But once you see the abilities of the keepers, you'll understand what I'm saying a bit better, perhaps. If you click on all 3 of them, I think you get something. I don't know if I think you could just get an achievement, but you kind of have to catch them out of their houses. And then here, you gotta click on her a million times, see if we can get her. No, I didn't quite get her. Ah. There's Little Red. Find the 3 playing friends. Peekaboo, cool. And then this one here. Grow the beanstalk to the clouds. Fee, fi, fo, fum. I think it gave us some gold. I don't know how much. Maybe 70? And then this one, you gotta poke her like a million times. Yes! Save Hans and Ethel. Candy Rush. Nice. So that's 3 cool achievements in one map. I love it. Alright. Alright, let's get down to the game. Let's get back to the game. Alright, how do I want to build this out? We have 1 exit, 3 entrances. And basically what I'm looking for right now is a chance to show you guys the strength of the golden longbow.
shiver and quake.
This is like too good of a position to pass up.
Time is mana.
Just our aim.
Something like
Sweet and
this.
steady. And our Evelyn.
And they're only coming from this lane for now, so we can afford to move up. I think we're going to place a golden longbow here, perhaps? We'll see. I'll make sure we get all the new towers built.
Incoming!
But here are our panthers. 150 life, 10 to 15 damage, and then medium armor. And now, look how quickly we can summon them.
I'm the one-man army.
You add that to Denas' ability to drop these, you know, paladin goons. And he really is a one-man army. Look at this. Look how ridiculous. So, in a way, it's a bit overpowered, but it's pretty fun.
To the vanguard.
And we definitely want to upgrade those ASAP. Give ourselves a bit of protection versus any type of air units. And more so than perhaps any other level, these plants here are more important than ever before. Because they affect 2 lanes at once.
For the kingdom before me.
Alright, let's let them fight up here. And we want them to fight up here just because we have a ton of damage up here.
Blaze of glory.
Got that power?
Hunting season begins.
Let's just nuke them. Let's leave no chance that they'll get through. Here comes an air wave. So gloomies, nasty dark fairies that duplicate themselves to form overwhelming flocks. Flying, fast speed, self-duplication. We have one of our archer towers right at the entrance, so it'll be able to kill them before they're able to duplicate. I kind of forgot about that, but it's a bit of a happy coincidence that I have this placement here. Because if you let them go all the way down without challenging them, let's say I built all my towers here, by the time they got to here, we'd probably have to restart because there'd be like 100 of them.
Swords ready.
I'm trying to check out their stats. They only have 40 HP, but there we go. Just some easy gold for us.
And steady.
Incoming!
Alright, here come our Twilight boys. Team Jacob. What are their names? I don't even remember. I watched the first Twilight movie. I don't think I watched any of the ones after that.
Bow before me.
I love fantasy in most forms, but that one was a bit too focused for teenage girls for me. Jacob was the werewolf, I think, and then the other one is the dude who dies in, in Harry Potter, Goblet of Fire. Alright, let's take on our new enemy. The Twilight Scourger. Yeah, Scourger, she's got a whip. A mistress of darkness and pain, her allies fear her scourge more than any enemy. High magic resistance, speeds up allies, curses towers on death. So you gotta be careful about when you kill them, because they, like I said, they curse your towers. Which, if I remember correctly, means she disables them. This is gonna be a longbow. Check out the range on this. Golden longbows are accurate, disciplined archers that deal death from far, far away.
Shoot the thrill. Ready to kill.
So they have huge damage, 48 to 68, extreme range, but very slow attack speed. It all comes down to their upgrades, which is why they're so unique. And you'll see here our tower was disabled for a second. So the first upgrade, Crimson Sentence. Every shot has a chance of slaying its victim. It's 300. Oh god, it's gonna make me sing. It says, shot through the heart, and you're to blame. Alright, that's enough. I get demonetized. Hunter's Mark. Pop that. Marks a target, causing it to suffer double damage from all sources for 5 seconds. Very good against larger, more powerful targets, which we'll be facing later in this playthrough for sure. So right now we'll just use it as a strong kind of sniper tower. It's able to pretty easily pick them off.
Like a rolling stone.
And I was kind of thinking of getting another one here. Since we have so much DPS focused in this one location, we should definitely get some barracks to hold them here. Should be getting some good experience. I mean, he's just constantly fighting. But I would pretty much recommend using any of your ranged heroes for this battle. Just use the lightning. Should have used the lightning before we called the next wave, but it's okay. I'm not feeling any kind of threat right now. A little bit outside my range. Okay. Let's prioritize upgrading our towers over getting the abilities. Would be nice to get Eldritch Doom, would be nice to get burst arrows, give us, you know, different forms of AoE. But we can get that same kind of AoE from our Druid Tower. And one thing that I love about them is that they kind of function as a second type of barracks. They can hold down positions that it feels like they shouldn't be able to, thanks to the bears. Let's get our huntresses working overtime. Let's get our first bear. And there we go. But look how many of them they made. Very dangerous. Get King Denas down here with his buddies.
I'm the one-man army.
I'm feeling like I need to upgrade these two now. And try and get ourselves some keepers. So let's upgrade the ones in the back.
Blaze of glory.
Bear almost got him. So now, the forest keepers, right? 300 gold. They're even more expensive than the blade singers. But they have healing. So guardians of the forest, they command the powers of nature to help protect the realm. Huge damage. But there's only 2 of them. They have 300 HP, low armor, 24 to 36 36 damage. They respawn pretty quickly at 12 seconds. So they respawn even quicker than the cheap barracks do. But their abilities are Circle of Life, heals themselves and nearby allies for 80 points over 4 seconds, which is really strong. They also have the Eerie Gardener, the Forest Awakens. They slow and damage enemies for 4 seconds. It's great. So it gives them a slow magic damage, they have healing, and then last but not least, the Ancient Oak Spear. Empowers the Forest Keeper's spears, making them deal 90 true damage. So I kind of want to get one of each just to show you. Let's make sure we're not losing first. Pop in the mushrooms for each wave. Okay, let's get the heal. And they sound just like Sean Connery, which is hilarious. And then we'll get them their spears. So they're a very versatile unit, and when you place them behind, let's say the Blade Singers, for instance, who tank, they'll get their full value because they'll heal the Blade Singers, and they'll also be in the background, throwing these empowered spears. Gloomicide. Defeat 100 Gloomies before they duplicate. Okay. Keep calling early. And there you go. There was that vine attack. We can get our second bear. kind of just an easy pickup. And there aren't really any huge targets for us to snipe out on this map. Not that we've seen so far, anyway.
Hunting season begins.
Let's get ourselves another one of the arcane archers in this position. That way we have enough damage in the back line to help us deal with getting overrun. We can also place a unit here to stop them, to try and stop them from getting into our back line. And another arcane archer, perhaps. Calling early. Alright, I totally forgot about these. So these are the Bandersnatches. Ferocious and extraordinarily fast. This frumious beast is rarely seen, but always feared. Fast speed, area damage attack, cannot be slowed. So, this is why you get the Crimson Sentence. You can get them with lightning. They have 3,500 HP. But the way you kill them the easiest is with the Crimson Sentence. So we're going to try and get maybe one more longbow. We might turn this into a golden longbow. The best thing you can do against them is to hold them in position with some barracks. They do a lot of damage though, but we're able to summon so many units so quickly that we should be able to hold them. Like this. And in this way we're able to take him down. Doing fine. Spread that poison. And our upper positions here are doing an amazing job at kind of thinning out the units that are able to get to our back line. Sleep is also pretty useful. Let's prioritize getting that AoE online. There's the poison. And yeah, let's just get another longbow with the Crimson Sentence on it. It may be more cost effective just to upgrade this one for that better chance. I don't know what the actual percentages are. It might be something like a 5% chance to a 10% chance to a 15% chance. I don't know. Maybe it's 10% to 20% to 30%. But you will see a heck of a lot more of these one-shot kills whenever you upgrade it all the way. I have upgraded it all the way before. It's pretty difficult to pull off because it costs so much. Also, getting a single Hunter's Mark is not bad against the large targets as well. You're hoping for the one shot, but if you don't get it, it's nice to have that backup. And they do a pretty vicious AoE. You see that spike attack? Gotta hold them.
I left no heirs.
I left no heirs. Alright, let's hold them back. Sylvan Curse would also be great right about now. Get the sleeps. And let's get the Blade Singers here as well. And get them with that invulnerability. I'd also love to get a level 1 Sylvan Curse. Constantly spreading that poison. Probably should have built this here a long time ago. See if we can upgrade it. Prince Denas is getting beaten up. Okay, we're going to use these. We have our lightning online as well. You know, it's not even worth it. We don't need it. It's Something like that. Pop. Upgrade them. They're more resilient against these satyrs now. Blade Singers would be fine. Just get rid of them. Collect 100,000 gold from defeated enemies and Vorpal Blade. Defeat 5 Bandersnatches, only dealing them damage. Okay. Yeah, let's get those upgraded. We're doing awesome. We have a lot of spells and abilities that I wish we had upgraded right now. But I don't feel like we're in a ton of danger. Get first level of Sylvan Curse. Make sure we don't leak at the last moment. Pop that poison. There we go.
I left no heirs.
4 Bandersnatches. We have the ability to get these one-shots. Can we get them, though? There's another instance of we could probably sell to try and get the increased shot, but look, headshot. Every time you see headshot, that means you got a one-shot kill. And man, today's episode's going long because of all my attempts. But I think that's going to be it for today. We also leveled King Denas. I'm just going to put his points into his last level of Sworn Defenders. And we can go into here and get the level 3 Thunderstorm. Because I think maybe in my free time, or maybe we'll pick up tomorrow doing these levels here. But guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this. Once again, my name is Brett, and my channel is Good Talk Gaming. Kingdom Rush Origins is a fun game. I noticed that some of you are watching. Not everyone who's subscribed to my channel is enjoying it, I guess, but enough of you are watching it that I'm happy to keep doing it. Just let me know in the comment section if you're enjoying it. That lets me know that I'm doing a good job. And if you're watching and you haven't subscribed already, please consider it. I'm a new YouTube channel, and I appreciate every single subscription that I get. I can guarantee you that. But anyway, guys, that's it for me today. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.